we need to fix Dad Gang here with Nick Shackelford, partner in Breeze, doer of many things, master moderator in debates, and just a great guy overall, involved in many businesses. And with John, who is VP of marketing at Royal, former agency owner and seller, former Triple Whale guy.
Great intro.
Yeah, we're going to take 20 minutes to solve a problem that I am having at Dad Gang. And I want your guys' help. I'm going to start the clock. And we're going to walk away with a better company.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. So my issue is I understand that creative is important. Creative at scale, lots of creative as you grow. And we have a lot of it, but the problem is I am doing all of it.
Yeah.
I'm shooting all of it. I'm directing all of it. I'm on the shoots. I'm filming it myself, then editing it. And I will say it's kind of nice. I edit quickly, Canva, CapCut. It's all great, but I know there could be more. I'm just one man.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it low overhead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to hire somebody to go make creative. I'll hire a creator or something like that. That's great. But I don't want a full-time employee to be like head of creative or anything.
Okay.
So I would say I crank out a good amount. I could spin up 10, 20 ads a week on my own. But spend is getting higher, and we're going into Q4, and I want more creative.
Yeah.
Where should I start? What should I do to really scale that up as one man?
Do you think you need more ideas or different ideas than what you like? Do you need diversity at the ideation point?
Yeah.
Or do you just need volume?
I think I need both.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I need more ideas for sure, because right now this is real. I'm running like a lot of statics with good messaging around fatherhood and our hats. And I'm running a lot of like founder-led, story-led videos. And those are doing well, but I'm missing like probably like 50 more angles, right?
Yeah. Dude, the ideation of this is like, there's something to do with fatherhood that it's like rooted in storytelling. There's a lot of different scenarios that you're like, oh, I wish my dad was here, or there's very reminiscent, there's very emotional ties to who dad is, or even who mom is really, and who is your father figure.
Yeah.
So I think there's something around ideation of what are all the moments in which you wish your dad was a part of it, or all the moments and memories that you have with dad.
Yeah.
That gets the community, because what people need to remember is like you guys are built on community.
Yeah.
For the community. So if you get too commercial or if you get kind of too big, they kind of like, well, that's not really my thing. So it actually can't be overly produced. It kind of has to be like very much storytelling from everybody's POV.
Right.
So is there a way of like crowdsourcing information from the existing community that you already talk to so frequently that somehow gives you such diverse opinions?
Yeah.
You guys talk to your community currently right now.
Yeah. We have a private Facebook group that I manage, talk to every day.
Yeah. So this is like probably one of your biggest superpowers that most people can't replicate.
Yeah.
Is these guys are collecting all these hats and talking about it. I wonder if there was like the story behind the hat, like the story in the lid. And one of the biggest concepts and ideations around it is almost like picking the concept out of the hat, and the hat itself, a dad gang. He talks about a story. Can you guys relate to it?
Yeah.
Because one of the coolest things that I've seen.
Do an example. Like, what would that be?
So if I were to pull
the hat,
you pick the hat out, it's like,
and it says
the first time my dad taught me to go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you guys remember that? And it's just like over and over and over. And it's only ideas that come from your community.
Yeah.
Because look, I think the ideation phase for you guys can't be overproduced, but it has to be relatable.
Yeah.
Which
Real.
comes from your people.
I want to show you one of the easiest ways that I've seen brands implementing AI into their business without overthinking it, and that is Fuego's AI Suggest feature. What it's doing is automatically generating push notifications for you. It's looking at things like your most popular products, how customers behave inside the app, and even your recent content. Then it just kind of gives you push notifications that are ready to send. So you're not starting from a blank page. You can edit the copy, you can personalize it, you can segment the audience, or you can just tell it to start over if you don't like what you see. So what's interesting is how this carries over to back in stock notifications, add to cart notifications, and abandoned cart notifications. Those messages are automatically personalized based on the product and the customer. So it's not the same generic message going out to everybody in the push notification, from the app. The important thing here isn't that AI wrote the copy for you. It's more that it's kind of getting you 90% of the way there. It's removing a lot of manual work. And right now, a lot of people are asking us, how we're using AI in our businesses, how we're using AI to remove costs. It's just finding ways that AI can do things that would have taken a human an hour or two to do, and that hour or two they would have spent, it's just not the highest use of them. So these are the kind of returns that we're looking for with AI right now. I cannot recommend using Fuego enough. Bart uses Fuego. Everyone in our Slack group uses Fuego. Nobody's using the other app builders right now, and this is kind of one of their new AI features. They're coming up with a lot of AI features that are making your life and job a lot easier. So hit the link in the description of this video or this audio episode, wherever you are, or just go check out Fuego. All right, let's get back to it.
Would you go as deep as like, so I have 14,000 dads in a private Facebook group.
Amazing.
And they're just like, it's engaged group. I would recommend anybody has a brand start one. But because when you post on Instagram, nobody sees it. And then when you post in there, everybody sees it.
Yeah.
And would you even go as far as like, hey guys, love you. Like, anybody want to make some videos for us?
I
like in that
for
First
you,
place I'd check.
For you, yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that for a lot of people, but for you, I would.
Yeah.
Because, man, that's like, first off, dads are like sometimes cringe, but sometimes it's okay. And they're very
it's the
real.
reality of being a
Yeah,
dad.
you kind of just embrace the cringe. John is cringe, fully embraced.
Times
right?
3, yeah.
Yeah,
Fully embraced. He didn't know what aura farming was.
but his family loves him for that. Like,
I thought I thought you were propositioning me when you asked me about aura forming. I was like, no, I'm good, man. I'm straight.
Wow.
this
See,
is
dad jokes.
Yeah, there it is. But
Yeah, cringe hit. There we go.
I think your community is like leaning into like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll jump on camera, do it for you guys. Like, I feel like that is a thing that they might be motivated against, dude. Especially if they're going to get a free hat or some credit for a hat.
Yeah.
So crazy.
So I've done this once. And this is like, listen to yourself and listen to what you're saying like a little bit more. Because one time I was like, hey guys, full disclosure, I need a ton of pictures of you guys wearing hats.
Now.
And I am going to use them as ads. So as long as you're posting on this thing, you are giving me consent to use it as an ad.
That's amazing.
And I got 153 photos instantly. And it was like, all right, here goes an ad, right?
Yeah, here it is.
But I think I should take it like another level where I can ask those guys like, hey guys, we're thinking of like running some fun ads across Facebook. It'll give you a chance to show your face if you want. And I need ideas too. Like, how would you guys want to see a Dad Gang ad? Like, involve the community in the ad making and ideation myself.
There's like 14,000. I guarantee you got a couple creative dudes in there or some
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
guys in there or some creative.
We've had guys mock up hats in there just out of nowhere.
See, even that, man, there's why I love your brand so much. And I think I spend a lot of time thinking about you and your brand. Like,
Yeah.
I care about you. I care about the brand. And when I'm a fresh father,
Yeah.
I'm 18 months in. And the one thing I loved the most was getting like feedback from other fathers about things that they are doing or not doing.
Yeah.
And not in a like, hey, if I were you, do it this way.
Yeah,
It's-
not unsolicited advice.
yeah, it's open and it's like, hey, if you have a new dad coming into their life, like what would you want to tell them? And
Yeah.
it's just unsolicited advice from dads that have been in your scenario wearing the dad gang. And it's almost like a rite of passage. I jokingly said this to everybody. If you are becoming a dad and you don't have a dad gang hat, did you really become a dad?
I could lean into that.
It's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. It's like, did you get the dad hat before as you walked your kid to the car out of the
Yeah.
hospital? Then you didn't really become a dad, dude. I
Right.
think that's a really funny thing.
There could be something funny there around like an ad, maybe a little more actor-ish, a little like upscale,
Playing it up a little. Okay.
but like guys like, hey man, you want to meet my baby? And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I just became a dad. He's like, you don't have a hat on.
and then all of a sudden,
And then he gives him one. He's like, all right, let me
Yeah.
tell me more.
it's because that's so relatable. You're like, how do you know another dad gang? How do you know that a guy is another dad? They probably have a dad gang hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the obvious things like
They're-
pushing a stroller or
holding
something.
a baby. Yeah.
Are you making sure that you're getting every bit of profit out of every purchase on your site? A big thing I've been thinking about lately as the cost to advertise goes up is how do I maximize the value of a customer? And so there's really two things. I want to maximize their average order value when they are making a purchase on my site. I also want to maximize the repeat purchase rate and the speed of the repeat purchase rates. So a big thing people don't think about is how quickly their customers are repeat purchasing. They're thinking about how many of them are repeat purchasing, but not how quickly. recently I've been using Redo's post-purchase order tracking tool to make cross-sells on my order tracking page. So that means when I send the order tracking link to my customers, I'm making cross-sells on that page and they're getting product recommendations on that page. Now, this is pretty big because that order tracking email, that is one of your most clicked emails. So that is prime real estate. You got to be using that real estate to make cross-sells and make offers. Most people think of Redo as a return software, but they're actually sort of this all-around post-purchase platform. They're there to help you maximize profit from your past customers, period. The post-purchase experience is something I've been thinking about a lot lately. So I actually made a checklist. It's a 10-point checklist of the 10 things I do to maximize value from a customer after the purchase. You can grab that in the link below this video if you're on YouTube. You can click below to grab that, or if you're on an audio platform, you can of course grab it in the show notes. Just tap down there and you can get my 10-point checklist for maximizing post-purchase profit. That is an excellent alliteration. Let's get back to the show.
I think those are great ideas. So I should jump back into the community for ideation. And then what about now that we have the ideas, like we just came up with three, three
Who
minutes.
executes?
How do I make a lot of it without me just constantly?
I got some.
You got something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you've got a couple options here for like execution that don't add too much to you.
Yeah.
And I see three options. One is sourcing from your community. One is finding format creators.
Yeah.
And one is just finding like a part-time kid or something like that to come be your D-Rock. Does that make sense? So Gary Vee had like that dude who'd follow him around.
Shoot everything.
Just come do like behind the scenes at your house 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You know, or like shoot, oh, I'm going to do the stories from a hat thing. Put a bunch of stuff in a hat. I'm going to draw it out and I'll tell the stories or whatever. So those are your 3 execution lanes. And I think what you're looking for here is we've got a lot of ideas. I think to level up long term, you sprint on as many of these as possible. I think you could probably do this all for about 15K a month for 3 months if you wanted. You don't have to, but then you could just like let go of all the stuff that wasn't working and keep with the stuff that was. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that would give you a ton, like 50, 60 assets a month for Q4. You know what I mean? So it'd basically double your asset production.
Yeah.
And I think format creators, we're looking for a man on the street guy. We're looking for like something like this. Like I did this was just for fun and it did like 1 million views on TikTok. I'll just
flex.
To a majority of these,
Here,
they're spoiled. Your kids spoiled or not. If you answer yes to a majority of these, they're spoiled.
Okay.
Do you feel shame already?
pretty sure they're going to be spoiled.
Do your
Oh, I've
kids
seen
do
this,
any
yeah.
sports where you pay regular fees to be on a year-round team or club or like travel sports or any of that like upper tiers?
Yes. And so they're all like that. They're all little things like, have they been to Disneyland? Have they been, where it's like, is that spoiled? You know?
Yeah, we've done some rapid fire stuff. Like once again, I wish I could do more rapid fire stuff because only so much time allotted. But it's like diapers or car seat changes, that kind of stuff.
I think the short-term benefit is volume of different formats. So you got man on the street, you got some kind of like podcast gamified format.
Yeah.
You've got a behind the scenes and you've got stories from a hat. Then the end goal out of all that is you're throwing maybe a lot of resource at it for a short period of time to do kind of all of that.
Yeah.
And then the end goal out of it is that you have an ongoing social show, a format you keep coming back to.
Episodal like content.
Stories from a Hat is an ongoing show that you do forever. Like what's that TikTok channel, Tracksmith, where they play like, can you recognize the track, the song? And they play it with like celebrities. They have like celebrity guests and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I love social shows formats because you can do that. You can play stories from a hat with Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
You can play stories from a hat with LeBron James. You know what I mean? And so I think you're looking for which one of these really hits the most. And we'll keep doing that on an ongoing basis. And that will become like a new format that we add that is actually like a really good growth engine over time.
So good. It's even like the holding up the 2 cards in front of you.
Yeah.
And only you see is like change diaper or take out the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like that's all that stuff. But like, that's always in a frame of like that medium of like showing the cards. So much relations in that.
But with stories from a hat, you can shoot 10 of those videos at once. You know what I mean?
So true. That's so true.
So just come with all of them in there, do it 10, you shoot it all. And then that's where that like, so that one, I think your production vehicle is the kid, you know, somebody to edit basically. It could be an overseas editor or whatever, but like just somebody to come over your house a couple times a week and do it with you. Then I think the like, or that stories from a hat could be crowdsourced as well. Dad joke. I like a dad joke off too, right? Where We
Those
both tell,
guys, the guys that sit on the dock.
yeah, we tell each other dad jokes, and we
So good.
maybe you just give those guys dad gang hats. And
Honestly,
that's
I'll show you.
They're
These
your
guys.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
So
The
they're-
only thing
they're
I
your
will say
format
is that our
creators.
brand is built on like opposite of that.
That's true. Yeah,
Correct.
so maybe that's
Yeah.
not it.
Correct.
But man on the street, you can hire that as a format creator. You and I both know people who
Yeah,
do
I know
man
a
on the
couple,
street
yeah.
content for money, right? Podcast, you can hire the format creators for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or gamified content, you can hire the format creators. And then the last one I said was crowdsourced. So crowdsourced, I think that's where you could do stories from a hat from crowdsourced, or you could do just like a different, I don't know, maybe it's an idea we haven't had yet that you crowdsource from your audience.
So that's ideation. But then,
So basically 3 vehicles of getting them done, part-time kid, format creators, or crowdsource. And then I think we gave a bunch of ideas on content, but the goal is to get a social show in my head. There's a lot of email providers. I think in the D2C space, we definitely have a preference of email provider. You are against the grain, man. Choosing Attentive for your email. Why are you choosing Attentive for your email?
Yeah, I've always used different platforms. Years past, I've been in D2C for 12, 15 years. I've used other platforms. And then when SMS marketing got a little more popular or started bubbling up, Attentive was kind of there a little earlier than most people on the SMS side. And then I was using other platforms for email, but Attentive was always really, really good at SMS, as far as deliverability, building out segments, being great overall at getting your message across and sending great campaigns. So once they introduced email, I was a little bit hesitant because I was like, oh, this is just my SMS platform. Like they can't be good at 2 things. And so it was kind of a simple assumption there.
One tool for one job.
Yeah. So I started slowly exploring with it while having another platform. And I just loved the way it was so easy and fast to actually design out the emails and test deliverability. Deliverability was great. And it helped to kind of like bundle and save and have both of your channels in the same place. So now when I hop on and I, design a campaign out for the day, I could just do it all in one spot without having to like log into a different platform and open all over the place.
so now it's the volume, the increase of the volume. So
Yeah, and I want to go back to like statics do work well for us because we have amazing product photography just on white background, but it's really good shadows, like really clear, like you could focus on the materials, all that stuff. So with static amplification, I know there's a ton of tools out there.
Yeah.
Like I could take one static, put it in, whether it's an AI thing or whatever, but like I could take one static and then put it into something that gives me 20 versions of that.
Yeah.
What are some tools or things that really speed up that process?
You got any good tools for that?
Yeah, I think there's this guy named Roy Flynn, who's like more of an AI creative guy. He can string a couple of these tools together, but to Google Sheet into Figma into a template from Creative OS, and then it's replace X with Y, and it's literally just do all of them with your voice.
Oh, okay.
In like immediately
With Whisper.
With Whisper, you can just talk it where you want it, and that'll work. So that's one. And that means you just need various lifestyle images,
or
different
or flat lays.
Or flat lays, correct. And that will just duplicate it in 3 or 4 clicks.
Oh, nice.
Hundreds of assets. And that's just like that's more of a workflow rather than like an AI tool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then every single best performing image that you've ever had, somebody can turn this into, and I think there's a couple of services I'm just blanking on. I don't want to drop it if it's not going to work. Turn it into a 3-second GIF. You told me about an app called Grok.
Well, yeah.
How many of your best performing images you'd be like, make me subtle movements of this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it.
That's scale.
Yeah.
That's scalability right there. And I know you know how to do that.
Yeah.
And then lastly is like hats on dogs that are fully AI, but it's like your real hat. Like we talked about the Wolfpack brand that just had incredible things that happen around it, but the product itself was real.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah. Your hat on like I know that. I like that. Dog dad could be like a thing you do, right? Or like
Dads
whatever.
and dogs are
so
beautiful.
you could do it. An AI, another one that could be a social show, even that it could be a reoccurring thing where you're like, oh, putting hats on animals. You know what I mean? Like, polar bear dad,
or just on
seal
objects.
Dad. Yeah, plant dad. Yeah,
statues,
I like that. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
There really is plant dad. There's like so many things.
Rocky Balboa and Philly dad. Yeah,
there's just so many personas that come to but the volume of iteration. Now I have to address like some of this, like you enjoy doing. You
I
like
love
creating
it.
a building, but if the goal is like mass output, you're gonna need a junior. You're gonna need a little a little
Yeah.
Bart running around.
You know
Yeah.
what I think? You're not afraid to spend, because I said like, I bet you could spend 15K on that, and you didn't go like, it didn't shock you or anything like that. 15K a month for a few months, figure out what works. You're not afraid to spend. You just don't want somebody who's like, they're long-term relying on me, and that just adds complication to the business, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you feel like this is the biggest problem in the business, where it's like volume and quality of content, like, or volume of quality content needs to increase, you can throw money at that for a period of time
Yeah.
until you've solved it.
Literally, a constant would do that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I'm going to
constant can help.
onboard a team to be like, I need you guys to make all these just more.
Mhm.
And then when we're done at the end of the month, we're done at the end of the month.
Constant creative, by the way. For
Yeah,
the
you just
listener.
add it in.
Yeah.
You like literally add it in. Done. Cool.
Yeah. The
See you later.
title of the company is my problem here.
Yeah,
Constant creative.
constant of it. But that's why like the beauty of freelancers or something. Like, I need you at this thing for this period of time. Do it, and then thank you. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to be hiring them forever. I think
Yeah.
that helps for you.
Yeah,
Nice.
He's got commitment issues.
He doesn't want to commit to
I
anybody.
do.
He's like, I got a family. I'm
How do you
dad.
analyze that you're creative? Do you think you have to change that a little bit?
Analyze what? Performance?
Yeah. Just
Return
look at
on
it.
ad
Just look
spend?
at- just
Doesn't
look
do
at
good.
it.
Doesn't do good. I
Yeah,
look
just-
at it.
He
The
just looks
Take a
KPI,
look at
the
it.
KPI is vibes, Nick.
Yeah, he's like, I'm vibing to the right.
No, I in the beginning, and like, I don't know, a few times a year, I'll run big tests where it's like, let's take those concepts and run them all together. And it just always seems that for us, for some reason, like I did a video where I was on a random rooftop and told our dad gang story. And I had a bunch of hats behind me and a hat in my hand and a hat on my head. And it was kind of unusual. It was like this kind of out of the box thing we've been talking about, where I was like, what's up, guys? Why am I on this rooftop? I don't know. Let me tell you my dad gang story. And like the hook, I think,
I'm
like,
on a horse. Yeah.
yeah, threw people off. And then like I told the story, and that ad did really well.
I bet.
And
yeah.
then like some strange stuff like that does really well. But the statics always just win.
Yeah. See,
it's a hat. Like, we
Yeah.
get it. If people get it.
I'd like to free you up to do more of those. If it's me looking at this, if I were an investor in your business,
Yeah.
I
How
would
do I
be.
get you to do more of
I
that?
would be saying, how do I get Bart into more of that and less of doing the statics? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I think you could train up people or hire a service or things like that where it's not so committal, but you could have a lot of that volume being done by someone else,
Yeah.
and you could be the one that makes that, $10 million ad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Love it. What time are we at?
We solved it, dude.
Dude, we solved it we got 3
Dang.
minutes to spare.
Yeah.
You guys
Call
wanna
these
yak?
guys up. They'll fix your biz in 17 minutes.
All right. If you have watched the show before and you liked an episode and are now watching this and you also like this episode, what are you doing? Why haven't you subscribed yet? All right. You should
We
have already
fix
hit
businesses quick.
You should have already hit subscribe. But if this is the first one you've watched, that's fine. You don't subscribe yet, but watch another one, and then if you've watched 2 and haven't subscribed, I'm pissed. I'm pissed about that.
Or you can just subscribe now.
You could just
Yeah.
subscribe now. I guess.
Would love that.
Fine. That's it, boys.